Been reminded by my Twitter followers that it's time for another garden video. So we're starting out here on the east porch, and you can see that I have acquired a new rocker. It's from the lady next door. She didn't want it anymore, and I thought it was just heavenly here on the east porch. So we'll walk down here and we'll show you a few of the things on the dog days of summer. It's a very, very hot, sunny day, but we have our little splashes of annual color. There's some impatiens there. We got the bubble pot going, which is a favorite with the hummingbirds. They love it because it's so shallow they can sit right there on the top and almost hesitate to say, but it's almost like having a little douche, you know? So we'll walk on down here. Oh, let's stop here for a sec because I'll show you some of the really nice apples that are forming on the Columnar apple, I think. There we go. Look at that bunch there. Gonna be some nice applesauce in the Snyder home here soon. Let's walk on out here. Once again, we're walking into the sun, so I hope you're getting an okay view here. And we'll take the long way around. Got Emperor Ming there. You can see how much the Bailey's dogwood has grown. It'll grow a little bit more through September, the rest of August and September, but it's a regular wall there between us and the Nissan dealership next door. Some of the side garden, which has turned mostly green, but that's okay. It's nice and cool and refreshing. Dad just watered this morning, and it's lovely out here. Let's see, here's some more apple shots. We give you some more apple shots. This is the tri-apple, which is Braeburns, Orange Pippins, and Fuji's. We always have a ton of apples. Luckily, Dad likes to make applesauce. There's the Empress. And we've still got some Stella d'Oro daylilies blooming out here. Walk out here toward the blueberries, which have finished their bloom. But Dad's tomatoes are coming on a little bit better now, although they didn't get near as big as they normally do in a year like this. I think it is time to give up the garden and put it in pots. I was going to get over here and see if I could show you some of the grapes. Let's see if I can lift it and get in here. There's some back in there. Can you see those? Yeah. There's a few in there. There's not as many as normal, but the bush is the vine, I should say, is a lot healthier. Sorry that was so bright there for a minute. I didn't know what to do to make it better. There's the sweet peas that are always nice to take inside and make a little bouquet out of. There are also some nice little color spots that we planted in anticipation of company over here by the back door to the Moroccan Room. And I bought crocosmias because I can plant them out in the yard later on. And they've got, I think that's a potato vine there, a sweet potato vine. They sell those and they make real good little draperies that come out of pots. Here's the other one over here. These are really favorites of hummingbirds, so I like planting them all over the yard. And when they're finished blooming, that's what I'll do. And there's that stubborn fern that's still coming up the stairs, but we don't use those stairs very often, so that's all right. Live and let live, I say. Dad put a little bit of bleach in the pond yesterday, so we've got a little bit of bubbling going on, but it's okay. Won't hurt the birdies. And then let's have a look at the corkscrew willow. As I told you before, it would get taller than the storage building behind us. And look at that. Isn't that glorious? The lovely grasses, zebra and macranthus behind the pond, which, I mean, they make really lovely fall foliage as well because they feather out and then they turn brown, and I love ornamental grasses. And there's the second little corkscrew willow. He did really well this year too. And look at what the mock orange has done. It's gone crazy, as I told you it would. Remember, it was just that stump in April that you thought would never grow. That's the reason we cut it back, because if we didn't cut these things back in the fall and in the early spring, we would have a place where we'd have to take a machete to get through. And there's the wisteria, and look at that bloom there, and there's some more blooms there on the end. It's having a second bloom, which is really up there toward the top. There's some more. A second bloom on a wisteria is unheard of, folks, as far as I know. I mean, somebody could tweet me if they have one that does one too, but I've never seen one in anyone else's garden that blooms twice, and this one blooms twice. Come on back here toward the shade garden. I do have to do a bit of trimming. See, the wisteria is coming out to greet us. It's going to grab me by the arm as I walk over. But Dr. Rupel is having his second little bloom. It's always much smaller and it's a lot less than the first one, but he gives it such an effort. We have a few glads. There's one that's kind of leaning over there. And I did a couple more color spots here, just put in some chrysanthemums. I'll put them in the ground. They don't usually last over the winter. It gets too cold. But we did a little fairy display here with all of our lady looking at our fairies with the little pot behind, which is nice. Got some crocosmias doing their thing here, a different variety. And now we're going into the shade garden. Just meander back in here. There's a little shallow pool for the small birdies. They like to bathe in that because little birds don't like it more than about an inch or two deep. Big, big fern. And all of the things underneath the willow. It's like 10 degrees cooler back here than it is out there in the sun. No wonder people plant trees, or should. Okay, and we're going to walk over here to the Rose of Sharon. Mom used to call this oh, now I can't remember. Isn't that bad? Slipped in my mind. Gosh, I am getting old. Anyway, Rose of Sharon is very pretty. It's I believe it's a relative of the hibiscus, but it'll actually winter over here. This one's in kind of a shaded area underneath the willow, so it gets some protection from the willow branches. And the greenhouse, and the nice swing, and then back over here to our table that we created last time. If you didn't see the video, the little DIY, you might want to watch that. This is the Moroccan table that we did, and it's really a fireplace cover. Underneath there is our fire pit, and we laid this all out and poured resin, and you can watch it on the YouTube channel right here where you are currently. And then we'll go back this way. Maybe we'll even go in the Moroccan Room, shall we? Just go in the sliding door. I really was proud of creating this. We had this open space. I'll explain this to you. We have this open space here. Oops, I'm going to back up a little bit. Hold on. Hit reverse. Okay, backup lights. There. Okay, so we had this wide expanse of open area at the end. We talked about putting a door in it. We talked about just screening it over and not having an exit there. I wanted an exit. So what we did is we went to Habitat for Humanity, which is a great group of people to support if you have the opportunity. And they have a warehouse here in downtown Portland. And in that warehouse, they have all kinds of things that are recycled. And so we bought the railing for a slide door on a shower, okay? Then we bought 3 screens. Now let me walk up here close. So what we did is we did kind of like the Japanese have their doors. I can't remember what they really call them. But see, it's a railing here. Let me open this a little bit. And you can see that the screens just slide in it. And the railing doesn't go all the way to the end. We put two together so that it would. And then we have to step over a threshold here because it's about, it's about a 2x4, I guess. And then you just close it behind you, like that. And you have this nice screen door at the end, which lets the air in, for one. That piece there behind the swing, if you haven't watched the earlier tours, that is the lattice work. Those two pieces there go on the end here, so it keeps the snow and the rain out during the winter. But during the summer, we get all of the air circulation. And then we're going to go turn around here and show you Morocco on a really, really beautiful day. And it's all set up. It's ready for company. A little disheveled because I was sitting on the couch this morning. In fact, I was laying on the couch this morning. I had a bit of a tummy ache. Okay, and then we're just going to go in here. And I know that during the Moroccan tour, I sat on the one side. I'm going to sit on the other side and let you see the other side from across the way's point of view. So you can see that there's a couple of chairs there that people can sit in. I got throws on the back because it gets kind of chilly in here in the evening sometimes. Got my little tray. Just can sit here. I didn't tell you too when I took the tour, gave the tour before that, whoops, got a little jiggly there, sorry. That the nice thing is that most of the fabric from this we already had because Mother was really into swags all around the living room and everything. So all of this purple material that's in here, we actually took it, cut it up in the sizes that we needed and hemmed it. I did not do it myself. I am not a sewing machine person, but one of my lovely friends came over, Julia, and helped me do it. And then I actually got the beads on the tiles on either side of the door there. So there's the other chair across from me. And then there's the beads on the tiles. And you can see that it's got more frou-frou at the top there, along with the hanging curtains. So I think we've caught you up a little bit. You've seen that the garden grows, and the garden is mostly green during the August month and September month, but I wish instead of looking at an empty chair that one of you were sitting there. Have a great summer, and we'll do a little retrospect, I think, next time and show you some pictures of the garden when it first started.